What up, y'all? Welcome to Frame of Rhyme Podcast. We talk artists, music, social media news, and culture. This is being presented by To The Top Music. We also want to give a big shout out to Icon Radio and Respect the Underground. I am your host, Cameron. Kill me right now, kill me right never. Let's get into it. We also got a special guest. He's been literally clearing the sand out of AZ's underground music scene right now. I give y'all the one, the only Reggie Blaze.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man. Good to see you, my brother.
Great to have you, what I'm saying? For real. All right, so the way, we're basically formatting the show and everything, we're going to talk a few topics, and then it's going to lead into the artist interview. We're going to start with the first segment. I like to call this Having a Way. Basically, some artists, worth mentioning who's basically charting. They got the eyes and, got some ears on them. So off rip, Whitney Payton, her new album, Side Effects, broke into Billboard charts. I'm saying, so big shout out to the Pennsylvania native. Right now, number 74 this week for her album, Side Effects. According to Luminate SoundScan charts, she is number 6 current rap albums, number 8 current R&B hip-hop albums, number 7 top new artist albums, and number 19 indie record label current albums. So definitely big shout out to her and the whole Alpha House gang.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So you know who just dropped, right? Earl Sweatshirt and The Alchemist.
Really? Tell me about that.
Voyeur Dyer. Chef's kiss. Absolutely masterful.
Ooh.
Absolutely masterful. Just press play.
I'm gonna have to. I haven't checked that out yet. I've been busy in the studio. I haven't really checked out any new drops. I missed the New Music Friday this week, so
it gets
I gotta check everything out,
Hey, it gets like that, know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Don't even sweat that. Moving on from that, we got Autumn, know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wick Audemars. He just dropped his album, Midnight Club. Album, I would say definitely a valid, 12-piece offering of music. Not gonna lie, my favorite song is A-Blow. It's definitely Whitworth, what I'm saying? So y'all, so thank you later, know what I'm saying? That's definitely something else, check out, know what I'm saying? That and also honorable mention, you ever heard of an artist called YTB Fat?
Nah, I can't even front on you. I haven't, bro.
It's all good, know what I'm saying? Like, he's still getting known too, know what I'm saying? Like, he got a song right now. He got TikTok in the Camel Clutch right now. It's called Get Back. Like,
Get Back, okay.
Definitely y'all check that out, know what I'm saying?
All right, shout outs to you.
While we in the midst of things, I'm saying, with all these other artists, I'm saying, upcoming and a lot of also, artists that are known, I'm saying, are dropping things. What do you got planned? I'm saying, any type of shows, live events, what you got dropping?
Yeah, man. I'll be actually at the Monarch Theater in October for the Halloween event with Whitney Payton. Everybody's got to pull up to that. That's going to be super dope. Probably be pulling up to the Arizona Hip Hop Fest in December as well. But always looking to fill in dates in between then, around, before, and after. So, I'm doing my thing out here, man, trying to get it going.
Hell yeah, know what I'm saying? And while you said that, know what I'm saying, I'm definitely can't wait to see you at the Halloween event. But also, you mentioned the Hip Hop Fest in December, y'all. So definitely got to let y'all know, Respect the Underground. They got another one for y'all, and that's the AZ Hip Hop Fest. That's December 9th and 10th, live at the Monarch Theater and the Barsmith Rooftop, know what I'm saying? The pre-orders, know what I'm saying, for the tickets are live right now, know what I'm saying? So bring everybody out, 21 plus only though, We got to be grown over here. Like, a little bit.
No kids.
Like, leave them home, gang.
Leave them kids home.
Hell yeah, know what I'm saying? Okay, tell me you've heard about Donald Trump hiring Gunna's lawyer for that RICO.
Crazy. I also heard he dropped his lawyer.
He dropped his lawyer?
His original lawyer to hire Gunna's lawyer. I seen Charlemagne was like, yeah, I wouldn't want my lawyer going to jail either.
I'm saying.
Something like that. Yeah.
For real. But here's my thing. They gonna give him a bond, $200,000, I'm saying. Like, where Thug bond at? Where Rollo bond at? But they gave it to Trump though, like,
This is America.
I'm saying, bro. Goddamn. Hold on, like, what else happened? Goddamn. Bob Barker. Now, I'm going to be real. I know your grandma watched Price is Right back in the day.
I used to watch it with her.
Yo, I'm saying, I swear. Yo, R.P. Bob Barker. That man lived to 99, bro.
Okay, tell me I'm tripping, but am I the only one who could have swore that dude passed away a couple years ago? Or am I just having some sort of like Mandela effect right now? I swear Bob Barker died in like 2018, 2019, bro. I could have swore.
Might have to ask the producers of this. I'm saying, like, hold up, we need to fact check this. I'm saying this might be some Mandela effect type shit. I'm saying, like,
Somebody's wrong. It's probably me. But somebody's wrong.
but man, like, regardless though, R.I.P. You know, I know somebody grandma crying, and the rest mad they never got that trip to Hawaii back in '83.
Oh,
So,
well, should have known the price of that scooter. Ain't his fault.
for real, like, you know that can opener wasn't $27. Yo. Also, oh yeah, moving forward, like you keep up with sports and everything, right?
A little bit.
Of course. All right, so like Bronny, you know what I'm saying, with the congenital heart, you know, defect and everything, definitely want to send some prayers out to him, bro.
Yeah, rest up, prayers up to him, shout outs to him. That's crazy, man. Super young.
I'm saying,
And healthy. Super healthy for that to happen too. But I mean, we also did see that with Antonio Brown during that game, but I mean, is a little more understandable being he took a crazy hit.
Yeah.
But like, we don't really know what happened with Bronny, but it's two young athletes having a crazy, you know, health scare with their heart. You know, young ages, healthy, is crazy.
I'm saying, like, that's crazy. And I'm like, you think, all right, I'm supposed to be the one with some bullshit like that. And I'm saying, here he is super healthy in the gym, you know, but the good thing about it, like, it's not good at all, but it's at least treatable, they said.
Yeah.
It's at least treatable. So, you know, hey, we definitely want to send prayers up to the young baller for a complete and thorough recovery. You know what I'm saying? That way he can continue his legacy on, you know what I'm saying? We want to see you again, man. On a little lighter note, you know what I'm saying? You heard a little Tekka, right?
Of course.
It's his birthday today. Happy
Okay.
B-Day. Little Tekka, you know what I'm saying? You 19 this year, you know what I'm saying? Happy B-Day for you,
Is
you
he
know what I'm
only
saying?
19?
Yeah.
What was he when he blew up? 12?
I think he was like 15, 16. Bro.
Oh, damn. No, I was joking when I said 12, but you know, I was like,
Nah,
you know,
for
I didn't
real.
think he was that young though.
Yeah,
That's
man,
crazy.
like, and already a legend, man, for real. Ain't even 20 yet, you know what I'm saying? For real, like, definitely shout out to him. Oh, yeah, next big thing that we moving into, COVID-19, boys, scrambling.
What you mean?
371 getting charged. Guess what this amount is, bro?
What?
836 M's, bro.
What, that PPP scam?
All the, like, the COVID-19 relief funds, I'm saying, for, like, you know, businesses, I guess I'm saying, like, they really hit 371 and 836 million. Like, just think, like, do the math on that. That's crazy.
I was never good at math. I don't know. I ain't doing that.
Don't worry, I can't count that. I can't count that high by myself.
But I get it. The point is, it's a lot of people with a lot of money. You know, it's out here scamming. Scammers will scam. They do their thing. You know, it is what it is.
I want to know how many of them gonna like actually get off. Know what I'm saying? Because all it's gonna prove is that if you gonna steal a lot. That's all it's gonna prove.
I mean, I don't know. I can't condone nor deny these claims of
right
these ideals, but you know.
Right, like we keep shit legal over here. Oh yeah. Freaking. What else happening in the news? Freaking India. They're the 4th country to land on the moon, bro.
It's 2023. That's it?
Like,
damn.
I'm like, man, USSR done did it, China done did it, America, like, we done did it.
When did they land on the moon? How many?
How many?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many exactly. I was just like, shit, they landed on there, and I'm like, I thought they been landed on the moon. I really thought like they had been landed on the moon, but I'm like, this news to me, you know what I'm saying? But hey, worth mentioning.
Elon Musk out here trying to figure out how to go to Mars. They're just barely getting to the moon. I don't know.
He's like, I just shot past that. It was a long. I stopped there at the moon once. It was along the way.
He says, I remember being a kid once.
Man, he having his way. He having his way. You know what I'm saying? He can do whatever he wants, bro. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the artist interview. You know what I'm saying? So like, tell me about more where you from, bro.
Yeah. I'm Reggie Blaze. I actually ran originally from a little town called Price City. That's actually in Utah. Uh, Contrary to popular belief, based on that sentence, if you don't know me, I'm not Mormon. Um, Nah, man, but
Yeah.
all jokes. But yeah, I'm from Utah, man. Live out here right now in Phoenix. Been doing my thing for a while. Just really been loving music. I've been all around the West Coast, kind of doing my thing between Colorado here, Utah.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Just Vegas. I've done my thing a few different places, so we're just out here pushing it, man.
Oh yeah, man. I
Yeah,
like that. I see
yeah,
that. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Like you comfortable like, traveling and being around, you know what I'm saying?
right.
That's good for a career too. So I mean, and because of that, you know what I'm saying, like I've kind of been seeing you on the scene for like years, bro, since like what, 2018, 2019?
2019, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, what new heat you got releasing? Cause you've been consistent all this time. Like, so I know you got something new.
Yeah, man, I got a couple new records. Just got a project I've been working on. Shout out to my boy Jam Young from Queens. He pulled up on me out here in Phoenix. We hit the studio. We did like 4 records in one night. It was crazy.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
used to be like, nah, there's no way people get all these records done in one day. Nah, it was like 6 hours. We did 4 records, but they're actually good, man. So we got some stuff in the works that isn't released yet, but I've been putting out some things. My latest video is beautiful, man. Shout out to D Carter. He directed that, To the Top Visuals. They did their thing on that, man. My video's super dope. You got to check that out. That's for a song called Love Me. That's available now. It's really a beautiful video, man. A super dope record, a record that really means something to me. Because I mean, I do love it, and we all make music for fun and to have fun and enjoy it. But I'm definitely one of them artists that really I put in feelings. You know what I mean? I really put in a lot of real of myself and while being creative and artistic with that. So that's one of them records that's kind of deep. It means a lot to me. So definitely, man, that's worth the listen for sure.
Oh yeah. Anything that's heartfelt is meant to be felt by the masses, bro.
Yeah,
Need
yeah,
that. Like the culture needs that, bro.
yeah.
Like
That.
for real. So I mean, like you make this type of music. Where you typically get your influences from, man?
I think I got my influences from everywhere, man. Like, I think early on, I think the first rap records that I remember seeing the LL Cool J cassette and the Doggy Style album and listening to Biggie. And I remember being
Oh
a little
yeah.
kid when 50 dropped, Get Rich or Die Trying. That shit was
I remember.
crazy.
Yo.
That was the thing, man. But music throughout, like I've always really felt and been drawn to music. So them like Saturday mornings, my grandma would, be up playing her oldies out of the cassettes, you know what I mean, in the radio, just cleaning up. And so music's always been a very integral part of my life since a young kid, man. So I think I get my influences from everywhere. But as I got a little older, I'd say my number one influence, well, whether you call it an influence or just my favorite, but my number one would be Tech Nine.
Tech Nine.
You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Tech Nine. Strange
Definitely big
music.
shout out to Tech
You
Nine.
know?
He
Yeah.
amazing.
That's the GOAT in my eyes for sure. That's my number one.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely love the influence. All right. So tell me this, I'm saying, what are your top 3 favorite artists that you've worked with so far?
Oh, man, that's a really hard question because I think all the artists that I've worked with, I've really been able to build a relationship with.
Yeah.
And we've all been able to really make good music. And that's not even on some politicking type of answer. Like,
Yeah.
that's a genuine feeling for me. Like most of the people I've worked with, it's been a real kind of connection. But I mean, shout out to my one of my good friends, my longtime music homie, Beastly King. He's living out in Virginia right now doing his thing. But shout out to him.
Okay.
I'd say him because we've been doing our thing since high school.
Hell yeah.
And then of course I got a group as one because I can't pick one, but y'all from To the Top. You know what I mean? Shout out To the Top Music.
Oh yeah.
Like some of the best music I've made. I don't know, man. I don't really I don't shy away from features and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
just been more recently, lately that I've found more people that it's like I really want to make the music with. And a lot of that comes into not only do I like what they're doing, but it's like that vibe, you know what I mean? They really like it like I do. They love it.
Hell
So we
yeah.
really get together and we do our thing, and that always just, just creates something that gives you that feeling that we all love. And I think that's why we got into this in the first place, is because at some point there was a catalyst in life where it just sends you off that cliff, and you just start, it's just music from there on,
Hell
just a
yeah.
different mindset, a different feeling. Just it's your mission in life.
Hell yeah. I am on that mission with you, bro.
Yes,
Like, I want
sir.
to see you win, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Like, you better be at the Grammy soon. I'm telling you, bro. Like, all right. So, tell me this. Like, what is your process for how you write and record?
There really isn't one. I don't have like a go-to writing style. You know what I mean? I don't have like there's not really there's not a blueprint for it for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just, just to push myself to make some music, I'll go throw on beats and wait till I feel something. Sometimes, some lyrics will come to my head before I even have a beat. Other times I feel like, oh, I want to make this kind of a record, or I just want to talk about this. But more often than not, it's honestly just kind of a spontaneous inspiration. I'll just hear something or some lyrics will come through, and it could even be a single line, like one lyric, and that lyric ends up just kind of building an entire song off of just one thing that I thought of or felt in that moment. So I really just kind of go for it, because music's very much a feel to me. It's not there's not really like I said, a blueprint, I guess. It's just all in the feeling. So as the feeling comes, I let it flow.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely, know what I'm saying? I can feel that. Okay. And with everything that goes into your music, who do you feel in life, have been some of your biggest support while on this journey?
Man, I've been very blessed into having a lot. Dang, that's a hard one to answer too, because like there's so many. I want to go back to early on though. That's the first I kind of think. I had a teacher. Dude's name was Mr. Chili. Shout out to Mr. Chili if you're out there and you're listening to this.
Oh, yeah.
Dude was a G. He was from Detroit. It's like kind of not your average art teacher. You know what I mean? But he was super cool. And before I even knew what I was doing, he let me use his classroom after school to come in and use the computers and try to get Audacity. And I brought my mic to try to record. You know what I mean? He used to let me, when I put out my first little mixtape in high school, he let me use his giant printer to print the covers for it, because I had no resources. I really literally from the basement, you know what I mean, coming up. So he was one that was like, I really see your potential and I really respect your art and what you do, and I want to see you win. So he's definitely one of the earliest ones that sticks out in my memory. But I've definitely had a lot of people, man. Like, so anybody, you know who you are, thank you. Like, shout out to you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Couldn't continue to do this journey and this path without that love. So, it's dope.
Yup, and a special shout out from us here as well, Lad Frame of Rhyme, know what I'm saying, for being along with this man while he's been on this journey, because it wouldn't have brought him here today to be able to put out all the music that he has so far, know what I'm saying? And definitely big shout out to, you said his name was Mr. Chili?
Mr. Chili.
Man, shout out to Mr. Chili. Teachers like you, 1 in a billion.
Facts.
Keep doing what you're doing, know what I'm saying?
Facts.
All right. Next type of question, know what I'm saying? Like, what type of vibe catches your ear and inspires a new song or project?
What kind of vibe?
Like, what in you, like, just sparks, like, that moment, like,
I would say it's just a feeling.
It's time for a new project. Like,
oh, okay. I feel what you mean. Part of it's the hunger. You know what I mean? The hunger to win.
I feel
the
that.
hunger of success. Part of it is, even without the hunger, I don't think I could leave it alone. Like, it's always comes back.
Message.
Like, it's just a part of me and my soul. And then I think another thing would be I see things that may inspire me. Shout out to you guys, all the homies. Shout out to Cameron, D. Carter, Talika, anybody. I hope I ain't missing. All of my homies who do music, or anybody else that I don't know. If I just see something, I'm like, yo, this sounds good. Or especially when I hear some really dope rap stuff, rap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And then it's that healthy competitiveness. I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do better. I'm gonna go do it. You know what I mean? And it
I like that.
inspires me to create something, and then I love what I created, because that's the important thing too. You got to learn to love what you're doing, and I'm definitely coming into that more. In the last year or so, loving what I'm doing, instead of just being like trying to work the craft. I'm really loving it. So yeah,
That's
man.
good. I felt all of that. I
Yes,
felt
sir.
all of that. Like, watch. Someone gonna put the most dramatic music behind everything that you said, know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be 1,000,000,001 fucking likes and views. Bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna inspire a generation with that one day. I guarantee you.
Bro, I
I
appreciate it.
I guarantee you.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
okay, what was that defining moment in your life that made you want to just make music your career? Even before you even before you had Mr. Chili.
Um. So I think the moment was, it kind of comes with a little bit of a story or a backstory as well. Uh, my whole life I've retained lyrics real good. Like as a little kid, I talked early too. Like I was super early, so I was singing things. It's just that rhythm and everything. I felt it and it just stuck to me. It was like muscle memory. So I used to always remember songs, but I think I was probably like 14, just walking through the town with an old friend of mine, and playing music. I was always that friend playing the music. So I was just
Hell
rapping
yeah.
along to some stuff, and rapping along to Tech Nine, believe it or not. My favorite, of course.
Hell yeah.
But I was just rapping to some of it, and he's like, "Hey, yo, you can rap." And I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I can rap, cool. Thinking it was one of them things, how homies do, we clown, that type of thing. And he's like, no, for real, like you can rap, like. And it was that moment. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then shortly after that, he used to just be telling people, because I didn't want to rap for nobody. I didn't think I wanted to be, in music at all. I just liked music and remembered lyrics. So, yeah, man, he started getting me to rap for people, and more people started being like, yo, you're good. And then after that is when I decided to write my first rap. And I wish I remembered the first one I ever did. But I think it was, within that time, the first couple of songs you write, you're like, and you complete it. And it just that entire experience of like, you know, it's an experience. Like if you know, you know. And I
Yeah.
think if you don't, it's hard to explain. But it's just a whole, an experience. We'll leave it at that.
I
You
like
know.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Because because only the real gonna relate. Only the
Right.
real creators is gonna relate to that. I like that, you know what I'm saying? All right. Where do you see yourself in the industry as it shifts?
Elaborate a little more on that. Like, what do you mean as it shifts?
Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like for the music that you make, as you see music, like, different, like, I guess like different music is gonna trend, as the time goes on.
Right.
Where do you see yourself in this industry as time moves on? You know what I'm saying?
Uh, just still doing Reggie.
Beautiful.
Like, I've always had a very hard time explaining my brand. You know what I mean? Kind of putting it into just words or phrases or whatever to explain myself. I just am who I am. And I'm always going to continue. Of course, you want to, adjust somewhat with the times, because you don't want to, you know, be making music from 40 years ago that's not fresh,
Yeah.
at a certain time, like right now. So it's like, always adjusting to get better and to improve and to kind of fit with, the world a little bit. However, I'm always just gonna make music that works for me, that feels good to me. You know what I mean? That's just gonna be in my lane over here doing me, whether that's on the side or far away from it. I just see it successful, but doing my thing, just being Reggie Blaze.
I love that. I love hearing that because a lot of people would probably like they'd have probably answered it differently, you know what I'm saying? But once you said like just doing Reggie, I'm like, yup, that's it right there.
Hmm.
Long as you doing you,
Right.
okay? Love
Yeah, I
that.
feel like too many people get caught up in that, in the opposite of that, trying to, make music or sound like what's hot
Yeah.
and what's people are gonna like. And that's where there's no longevity in this game. Like, I'm really here to make music that's timeless. Even, you know what I mean? When we
Yes.
were young, our grandmas be like, "Oh, what you know about this?" Our aunties, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, "What you know about this?" We did, you
Exactly.
know, that's old people music. But now as we get older, we're like, we see it. So I think it's that same thing. No matter what, it's, you know, it's timeless. You know, it
Yeah.
may not be for everybody, but it's gonna be special. You know.
Love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you. All right. What advice would you give to someone who listens to your music and wants to pursue a career in music?
Make sure that's what you really want, because it ain't for everybody. I think we've heard before. I don't know who I'm really quoting, so forgive me, but I think it's Cato. To be like something along the lines. I might be misquoting a little bit, but to be a musician, you got to understand you're gonna fail a lot. You're gonna have long nights. You're gonna be broke for a long time, but at the end of the day, you have to love what you're doing, and I think that's the main thing first. Second thing is be willing to take criticism, but only constructive criticism, and don't take and learn to separate criticism from people that are either trying to kind of put you down or hate or mold you to what they want you to be, because you still got to be who you are. You know what I mean? I'm not really, I don't have like a alter ego. I'm just who I am, So I think too many people get lost in that, and that's the thing I'm trying to navigate too myself, is being in this industry. There is a lot of fakeness, a lot of
Yeah.
kind of that media kind of thing. It looks great on the picture, but it may not be much in real life, kind of thing, and with personalities, and I'm just trying to navigate being real. So I think you got to do the same thing, make music that feels good to you, but then secondary to you, make sure it actually is good music. Otherwise, people are not going to listen to it. You know what I mean? And accept being denied from people. You just got to be willing to, do it independently. Shout out to Russ, like he says, fuck it, I do it myself.
Oh
You got to be willing to do that if you don't have the resources and the tools or the skills that you need to get you there. Because a lot of people, you know, so even with talent, it doesn't always come down to just talent, which is unfortunate. Like you have to have connections and build certain things and work your way to finding, it's networking. You know what I mean? So you got to have both. Just a lot of balance in your own life and in your music, man. And that's what I'm working on too. Like I'm nowhere I could really, to feel like I could give people real advice other than stay grounded, love it, and be ready for what comes, man. Weather the storm, get to the other side, in everything.
Oh yeah. Them
Yeah.
scrolls, them wise
Yeah.
words right there. Gotta listen to that, you know what I'm saying? I love that. All right, so what beliefs molded you to be the person that you are in life, even outside of your music career?
A lot of principle. You know what I mean? A lot of yeah, a lot of character principle. You know what I mean? I stand on respect.
Oh yeah.
From a young kid, I had people, rest in peace. My grandfather, who was really a lot like a father figure to me, he died when I was young, but he really instilled a lot of wisdom in me at a young age. You know what I mean? And but yeah, it was always about principle and respect. You know what I mean? You treat people with kindness. You handle your business as a man. You take care of your family. You take care of yours. Whether or not you're religious, if you believe, great. If you don't, pretend with me. In your eyes, pretend, right? But it's like, have faith in whatever that is. Love God. You know what I mean? My
Oh
grandmother is
yeah.
very religious. Just have your faith. Try to be a good person. Show love. Stand on business. Stand on principle.
Oh yeah.
And enjoy life a little bit. You know what I mean? But overall, just being a decent human. And
Yeah.
yeah, respect. Like that's the thing that's
That's the
missing.
big thing.
It's missing now, man.
Uh,
It's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, but man, like I see that in you, know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, you stand on business, know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's why I'm like, through the years that I've known you, I'm like, he's been consistent. He ain't
Right.
letting up, know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that. And I'm like, nah, he stand on his.
Right. And I
He's
never changed.
his 10 to the gravel, know what I'm saying? I'm like, I
Yeah.
respect that about you, bro.
Right.
Like
Likewise, man.
I'm telling you. All right, moving forward, know what I'm saying? Like, if you had the chance, what hit song would you have made differently? What hit song to you? What song, like, from any artist that you like, what would you have done differently? Like, what song is it?
Can you really answer that though? Because like it's a hit. If you change it, who says it would be a hit at that point? I mean, I don't think like me not having a hit yet. Hold on, let's note that yet.
It's coming.
But me not having a hit, you know what I mean, or not really being in that position to be able to say or to know, because even people who make hits, they don't know. There's not a formula to make a hit. It's just when it's a hit, you know it is. So I don't think I could really say what could be different, because whatever made it a hit, it sounds good. Like, that's why it is.
Oh, yeah. All right. Respectable.
Yeah.
Respectable. Know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, they'd have probably stumbled, said something, and then, some beef done started. Know what I'm saying? we not trying to promote that here. Like, put the gun away.
And again, though, if I got something to say, I'm going to say that, though. I ain't politicking with nothing. Everything's genuine with me. If it's love, it's love. But if it's up, then it's up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's like,
hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I got to keep it a hundo, you know. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Know what I'm saying? All right. Last question. Know what I'm saying? What do you have to say after getting over the roadblocks that got you here today? Just what do you have to say to the roadblocks? Any bullshit that you had to get past to just be able to get here today?
I'm still alive. You know?
I'm still alive.
You know, like I like the saying, you survived 100% of your bad days, because that's the realest shit ever.
Yeah.
That is the realest shit ever. And, you know, like through the bullshit, and then once you get to the other side and you're like, oh yeah, that's why I went through it. That's why, you know what I mean? And I think that's another thing. I think you got to have that kind of dog in you. Whether whoever you are, you got to have that dog in you to continue to go. But once you do, you realize like, oh yeah, that's why I did that shit. And I think that's partially natural, you know. Again, it's not in everybody, but it's also kind of that human thing to adapt. You know what I mean? You go through because you understand that you have, maybe you just have a purpose. You just, you know, there's just something you want to get to. Like we find something that gets us to that next, you know, chapter. And and then as you experience the new roadblocks, well, you've got all this experience from these old ones, and hey, you might know what to do to get through them a little bit better. Because if your current roadblocks were your first roadblocks, you probably wouldn't get past them.
Oh yeah.
It would feel too large. Yeah, that's why you keep pushing through it.
Wise words. Wise words. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That, and I just wanted to ask you, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you be rapping. I know, like, you rap a lot. You rap a lot.
I rap
you know
a lot. I rap. I rap.
I
like
know
hip-hop.
you got some heat, you know what I'm saying? I know you can spit something, you know what I'm saying? So look, Carter, I'm going to do it to you. If he can rap over this beat, if he killed this beat, you got to give it to him.
All right. You sure you want to lose a beat, Carter?
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
Let's see. All right.
Like,
Hey.
Let's go. Let's get to it.
Hey, let's do it. Yeah, that.
All right, y'all getting...
All right, here's the beat. Let me know what you can do with it.
Let's get it. Reggie. Hey.
Yeah. Just let it ride for a second. Yeah, okay, yeah, run that back. Let's do it. Yeah, I got this. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that. It's Reggie. You know what it is. Check it out. Big flame, being like a spark on propane. Lives in the dark, do his own thing. He's a bad motherfucker with no name. You won't see him cause he riding in his own lane. Carpe diem, always down when the smoke came. He can kick it with the best, no Luke Kane. Keep the crickets and the pests in the food chain. All the modest up, get my crown. Hottest up in Yorktown, demolish all that come round. Hold the bogus, hold you know this. I'm a certified player with a sick component. If you heard that I'm a layer, don't think you know it. Not a balled up major, I don't think they noticed. I'm a real one, ill one, never gonna feel done. Real recognized, so they never gonna feel one. That's real. Came in feeling like $1 million bill. All eyes watching when he walk into the field. He's a different kind of player, can you feel? Yeah, that. It's Reggie. Yeah, but check me out everywhere. You know what it is. Big flame. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta get to him.
Hey,
You got to. You got
I
to.
have to, man. There's
Hey.
no way around that. You
Hey.
He got it.
hey,
For real, if you come on here and I say, like, look, you got one chance to kill this beat and you
Hey.
kill it, the beat is yours. It's yours.
hey, I was the first.
Hell yeah.
Can you be the next?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You gotta
Know what I'm
follow it
saying?
up. You gotta bring the heat.
Hell yeah. No
Big
sir.
flame. You got that.
All
You
right.
dig?
So, want to say thank you. Thank you for blessing this podcast and being the first ever artist on it. You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you for blessing me, man. The honor's mine, for real,
For
man.
real.
Like, for those who don't know, I really mess with all you guys on a personal level, as you know, but also on a business level, like, and creative level. Like, I just fuck with you guys all around. So really, the honor's mine, man. Pleasure's mine. Appreciate you, man. It was dope. So thank you for having me. It's been awesome, dog.
All right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
thank you for kicking it with us. I'm saying First Frame of Rhyme podcast. I'm saying we will see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that.
Hell yeah.